Okay, this is for Algebra 1. This is Lesson 14, and it's the substitution method. And here we go. I just pulled these out of a different textbook, but if you have a worksheet, it's probably one of them on the worksheet that I gave you guys in class. When you do the substitution method, what you're looking for is the point where these two lines intersect. So what you want to do is, it doesn't matter which equation, but you want to get one of the variables by itself. Notice here in this second equation right here, the x is already by itself, so that's cool. So I'm going to take what x equals. I'm going to take all of this, and I am going to substitute it into the other equation where I see the x. Okay, so since this is what x equals, you're going to take the whole thing, substitute it into the other equation. So what we're going to do is take the 2 to make one equation. So let's see if we can do this. So this equation says 2 times x, but remember, instead of x, and you're going to put the whole thing in parentheses, I'm going to substitute this in, so that's negative 3y. And let me see if I can do this because I'm taping this myself, plus 11. Then it says minus y equals 1. Okay, so that's how you want to get started. And then it just solve it. So you're going to do the distribution property. So that's going to give me what? Negative 6y. 2 times 11 is what? 22. Minus y equals 1. Okay, notice these like terms. Put them together and you get what? Negative 7y. This plus 22, I'm going to throw it on the other side. Since it's a plus 22 on this side, when I take it and throw it over here, it's going to be a minus 22. So that's going to give me what? A negative 21. So divide both sides by negative 7. And so you get y equals, what does that say? A negative, my pins are about to die. So it should be a positive 3. Okay, so that's what y equals. And I don't want to lose that, so I'm going to kind of circle it so I just don't lose him in all this work that I've done. Okay, now you still have to find x. Here's what y equals. Take that y, and you're going to substitute it in. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same equation, whichever one you use. You're going to get the same answer. Sorry. But y equals 3. So I'm just going to use this equation right here because I'm looking for x. So why not just put the 3 in right here? Notice y is 3, so right there. So I'm going to do negative 3 times 3. So I guess I should show my work. So just a minute, let me get a different colored marker. I'm going to use this equation up here, so I'm just going to copy it right here so I can see it. What is that? Negative 3y plus 11. So instead of a y, I'm going to substitute in 3, since that's what y equals. So I've got what? Negative 9. What happened there? That's supposed to be in a plus 11, sorry. So you get negative 9 plus 11, which means x is 2. So your final answer, remember, these two equations up here, they're in equations of lines, and they will eventually intersect somewhere, unless they're parallel. So you're looking for that point where they intersect, and you just found it. The x value is 2, so you're going to write this as an ordered pair, and the y value is 3. So that's your answer right there. Okay? All right, let's try another one. This one's probably on your worksheet somewhere as well. I don't know. I had to pull them out of a different book. But when you're using the substitution method, get one variable by itself. And again, it doesn't matter which one. But here again, they're nice because I already have the y all by itself. So I'm going to take what y equals, this whole thing. And this is what y equals. So in the other equation, I'm going to look for the y. There it is. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in right there. So I've got 2x plus 3, but instead of the y, in parentheses, I'm going to put what y equals, x minus 6. Okay, and then we're just going to get rid of those parentheses. 3 times a negative 6 is what? Negative 18. Add like terms. Throw this guy on the other side. If it's a negative 18 or a minus 18, we're going to have to add 18 when we throw it over the wall. Negative 13 plus 18 is what? 5. Divide both sides by 5. Remember, you always divide by what's in front of the variable. So x equals 1. Okay, I still have to have what y equals. So pick either equation, and this one just looks easier. Pick either one. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to copy them down here. Y equals what? X minus 6. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's what it said. Since x is 1, I'm going to substitute a 1 right there. So it's y equals 1 minus 6, which is what? A negative 5. So my final answer, make sure you write it as a point and always put the x value first. X is 1 and y is negative 5. So that would be your final answer right there. Okay, Let me see if I can squish one more in real quick. Notice this one. You remember the first thing you have to do is get a variable by itself, and they don't have a variable by itself. And I would probably pick this guy because this coefficient right here, this number is a 1. So it just makes it easier. So I'm going to take him, throw him on the other side. So this is what you've got. X equals a positive 4y. Oops, that's still a minus 10. Sorry. That's what I get for trying to hold the camera by myself. Okay, so we're going to take what x equals, 4y minus 10, and we're going to substitute it into the other equation right there where I see the x. So here's what we've got. 2, but instead of an x, in parentheses, I'm going to put what x equals, 4y minus 10. So it says 2x plus 3y equals 24. Distribute, get rid of those parentheses. 2 times the negative 10 is negative 20. And add like terms. Let's see, 8y and 3y is what, 11y? Add 20 to both sides. What's that going to give you, 44? I'm trying to rush through this because I don't want to make this too long. But if you divide both sides by 11, notice y is going to be 4. Okay, woo, almost done. So take what y equals, pick equation. You've got actually 3 equations here. I'm going to pick this one because I'm looking for x. X is already by itself, so why not use it? So I'm going to copy it down. Remember that said x equals 4y minus 10, so I'm going to copy it down here. And where I see a y, I'm going to substitute in the 4. So what does that give me? 16 minus 10, so x is going to be 6. So when you write this as an ordered pair, make sure you put the x values first, and then the y. So your point is 6, 4. Okay, so hopefully that helps explain the substitution method.